Oh, get your kicks on Route 66. One more time before we're done. Oh, go get your I mean, for now, it's fine.
Obviously, we've never played that before. That's
Right on.
I should put these on.
I should turn on Aubrey's microphone. Aubrey Logan and Nick Mancini, welcome to Martini in the Morning.
Thank you.
Thanks a bunch.
That is one of many songs you've given us that you've never released.
Right, because we are. What I'm not supposed to tell you is that there probably is or is not an impending album coming out in spring 2016.
But you won't talk about.
But
it.
I won't. But I'm not. But I'm not going to tell you that.
That was very interesting. You did something that is becoming a thing, and I mean it's become a thing in other genres, but it's become a thing in this genre, and that is sampling.
I think you're.
An early version.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what I'm hearing. Hang on.
Oh yeah.
I'm hearing Aubrey talking in my other ear.
Oh, are you?
Well, on that recording, you talked about the process, and you were talking to somebody whoever was producing it, and I'm hearing it in my headphones, driving me a little crazy, and I can't blame it on the stroke. So it's something weird. Anyway, Aubrey Logan has been here. We met Aubrey.
Maybe 2 years ago.
2 years ago with Johnny Blue, you were playing a show at
I don't remember. Man,
somewhere.
was it Catalina?
No. You've worked with Johnny before.
Yeah.
You do some very interesting things with your music. I mean,
thank you.
And we just heard an example of it where you sampled Nat King Cole doing Route 66, and
Yeah.
then you added basically what it would be like to go on a road trip with Aubrey Logan.
Yes, that's true.
But you set it to music. How do you do that?
How do I? Well,
how does your head function that way?
I wish I had an off button on some of the voices in there sometimes, but but what
So I'm not the only one with voices in my head.
Well, music communicates to us. Music, when we play a phrase, when we sing a phrase, when we improvise a phrase, I like to think that there's meaning behind every phrase we do. And when I listen to improvisers, when I listen to saxophone players, play a phrase of improv, I like to think that they're conveying a meaning to us in that phrase. So when you scat, meaning you're basically emulating an instrument, even though there are no words, there's meaning. And so that sort of translated to me. Route 66, it's about driving, it's about being on the road. And my experiences on the road have, hinted at like my very, very quiet, subdued husband and my very extroverted self being in the car together, and what happens when you're in the car for long periods of time with someone like that. And that just came out in the song.
Are you ready for this, Nick?
I think so, but I'm not quiet and subdued, so I don't know if that's going to be...
No, he's not.
You guys, before we went on the air, Nick and Aubrey were talking about... You rehearsed yesterday?
Yes.
And it was interesting. It was one of those only in Hollywood conversations. Mother Miriam, I saw her like listening intently to what you guys were saying. So you were talking about running through a song, and Nick had an idea, you had an idea, and is it the same?
What was it?
Well, just that. So I brought in an original tune. She wanted me to do kind of like a bit of a showstopper kind of number, and so I brought in an original tune. It's normally a very energetic kind of thing, but it only really works well with drums. But there are no drums on the gig. So then I was just saying to her that maybe I want to go in the complete opposite direction for my feature and do something that's very subtle and subdued. And then she was saying, "Well, what's going on before and after you and all that?" And
we should explain who Nick is.
Yeah.
Nick came to our attention months ago. We had a big band. A young man plays in a big band, and he plays up at the Federal a lot. And his name is Ian Roller.
Oh yeah, he's
I
great.
thought for some reason that he was overseas somewhere. Then I found out he was playing close by. I had him come in, and we talked to him he's never put anything out at that time anyway. And he mentioned that he plays a lot with Nick Mancini. Then Nick's name started popping up, and then all of a sudden Aubrey's playing upstairs at Vitello's, the East Spot Lounge, with Nick. They had and Nick's publicist, who happens to be we worked with her, Lori. Yeah. We worked with her on Steve March Torme, and his publicist, and his publicist said, "Hey, I've got Nick Mancini playing with Aubrey Logan at Vitello's." And this is the music community here.
It's tiny,
very, very small, and so
gotta be nice to everybody.
Yeah, because you never know.
Yeah.
So anyway, we thought we jumped at the opportunity to meet Nick, who's a virtuoso.
He's incredible.
I've heard, vibraphonist.
He makes everyone happy with his vibes.
Oh, you guys.
There are lots of vibe jokes though.
Yeah,
but it's true.
Just the name of the instrument alone.
Yeah. We've known some great vibe players, but there aren't a lot of young guys, and you know, relatively young. I mean, some of the guys that we've worked with that play the vibes are either, you know, Mother Miriam's age or
they're what? They're what, Brett? What?
Well, Lionel Hampton, for instance, is no.
Lionel Hampton's dead, isn't he?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Okay, we just made that point. Get on with the interview, Brad. See if you can get everybody's name right this time.
Aubrey Logan on MartiniInTheMorning.com.
Well, my boyfriend's back, and you're gonna be in trouble. Dun 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 dun. Hey.
MartiniInTheMorning.com. So we stage a radio show, and we give Aubrey and her vibraphonist Nick an opportunity to discuss the set
I'm
list.
your singer.
Nice.
My vibraphonist.
Nice, yeah, I
Okay.
like that.
Yeah. we're planning the show right here on the air.
As we speak, they
Yes.
are planning the show for Thursday night upstairs, the East Spot Lounge at Patello's on Tahunga. And,
Yes.
And you have a phone number.
In Studio City. The
Studio
phone number,
City.
please call it today
818.
and make your reservation, 818-769-0905, or just go to their website and book it there.
You never know when you go to an Aubrey Logan show. We've seen Aubrey 4 or 5 times probably.
It's a circus.
It is. You have a contortionist?
No contortionist. Now we're starting Reubers. No, we have a lot of fun on stage. We have
Sea lion.
no
Train seal.
giraffes.
Right out of a song, a train seal.
Actually, we're gonna be featuring special guest Nick Mancini, who I consider to be one of the best percussionists on the face of the earth. Speaking of
Wow.
percussionists, we have a tap dancer featured at the show, and she basically plays the drums with her feet, and it's incredible.
You play the trombone
Yes.
With her feet.
with your no, with your mouth.
Yes, with my face.
I mean, not only do you play the trombone, but you sing. Your voice is like an instrument.
Thank you.
And we've noticed, and we've talked about this. I think we talked about it with you. We've noticed that people who are maybe instrumentalists first and vocalists second, they tend to sing the way they play whatever their instrument is. Rick Braun does it with the trumpet and flugelhorn. You do it with the trombone.
But I was a singer first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
There's
there goes
that theory.
There goes that theory.
Okay, women want to know one thing.
Okay.
You play the trombone,
Yes.
then you sing,
Yeah.
and your lipstick never comes off.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
there's a reason for that.
Okay, let us hear.
Okay,
It's
so
a tattoo.
it's not a tattoo, but that would be great. That's a good idea.
There's a
Maybe
tattoo
bad
place
idea.
next door.
I know, I saw that.
That's where Mother Mary
I
got
actually-
the tattoo on her took us.
We want to hear the
You know, I use a lip stain. It's called LA Splash Cosmetics. They're not paying me to say this, but they have a great Instagram following at LA Splash. And I've been searching for like lipstick that stays on for like years and years and years, right? So like I found this one. You could probably paint your deck with it, but it stays on so well.
Yes, it
and like
does.
and I won an Instagram contest that they had saying, give us your 15-second videos of why you like our product. So I'm like, well, I better win because I'm going to play trombone on the video with the lipstick on. And I won, and I got like $200 worth of this lip stain. And so, it stays. I've tried.
I think that's fabulous. And I do, because
Yeah.
I've watched you and I wonder, how does she keep the lipstick on? It's not all
I
over
wonder-
her face.
Well, it is. all over my face by the end of the show, but you can't really see it.
No, you can. And,
can't. Not from
we're
far
so
away.
famous, we get to sit right up front. So I can see everything.
Right.
Is that why
No.
I
Yeah.
would rather sit further back, draw less attention, especially if I'm sitting with you.
Well,
Well, I think you're up front this
You
show.
can't walk right, so they want to prop you up in the front.
It's martiniinthemorning.com, 940. Aubrey Logan and guest vibraphonist, what do you call it?
Vibraphonist. Yeah.
Vibraphone.
Or vibist.
What made you
Or vibes player.
What made you pick up those little round mallets? What made you do that?
Well, that's what you used to play the instrument with.
Used to.
No, that's what you use
Yeah,
to
yeah,
play
yeah,
the
yeah,
instrument
yeah.
with. Are you saying?
No,
That's what made
but
it
why?
interesting.
Why?
Why'd you play the vibes?
Oh,
Why
the vibes in general. Well, I was a drummer all through high school, and then my mom said, you really ought to go to college for something, and I said okay. And there was a music school right down the road, so I went there. But there was no drum set major per se. I had to learn orchestral percussion.
Right.
And my teacher at the time used to play vibes in a pit, and he used to improvise and whatnot. And so he kind of inspired me to go in that direction. He didn't realize he was inspiring me to go in that direction, but he did.
It's a unique specialty. I mean, often we do a lot of shows with big bands. It happens to be something that our audience really likes, and you don't see the vibes a whole lot. You don't see the Lionel Hamptons and what?
Yeah.
I was just going to say, isn't that what Lionel Hampton played?
That's-
And
that's-
Tito Puente. He plays.
Yes,
I don't-
he played vibes.
See, I knew that.
and Emil Richards.
Emil Richards, and Emil has a killing big band, as a matter of fact, and they play every now and then.
He plays with. And he play. The reason we know Emil, he plays occasionally with Ron Jones and Seth MacFarlane, and we've seen.
I
so
just played with Seth.
You did
I sang in the choir behind him 3 nights
at
ago.
the Grove.
I did,
at the
Grove.
Christmas tree.
Saturday.
What else are you doing lately? Because I saw some posts with you and Postmodern Jukebox.
Yes. Yes.
How's that going?
It's going great. They're a wonderful group. You should meet Scott Bradley. I want to introduce you to him sometime.
We should.
He has created basically this universe of singers and musicians who do his brand of taking new songs and making them sound old, which I was kind of already doing, and we finally met. And I did a few videos with 2 videos with them thus far, more coming. And they go on the road. They do a world tour. He features all these singers, and it's fabulous. So I've been having a ball with them.
The first time I ever saw them, they were doing. It was the guy that was on American Idol playing. They were doing About That Bass.
Casey Abrams was on that. Yeah, he's wonderful.
And then you show up doing a Taylor Swift song.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's a very different take on today's pop music.
Well, yeah, he makes it. He basically does them as period pieces.
And he's an arranger.
He's an
Scott
arranger.
Bradley?
I arranged the Taylor Swift with him. He takes the singers and we make arrangements together, and then we get the band on and put a camera in our face. And
Aubrey Logan on martiniinthemorning.com.
Baby, now we got bad blood. Hey.
martiniinthemorning.com, doing Taylor Swift's Bad Blood.
Yes.
So you and I think my last trip to Boise, you had just done another. You've gone out and you've done another video with Postmodern.
I did. We did. Wow. Hello, microphone. We did a version of the Red Hot Chili Peppers' "Give It Away."
That's the song, yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know the song. Actually, my son, who's more in tune with current music, is the one that pointed it out. You have done, but you did that before on your own. Before Postmodern.
I had maybe once at a show, and we did it Austin Powers 60s style with Postmodern Jukebox. It was quite fun. There were go-go dancers, and it was quite a to-do.
I just watched that video yesterday.
You did?
Yeah. That's great.
Thank you.
You did, but even without Postmodern Jukebox in that style,
Right.
you've done where you take a pop song, a hit like.
Yes.
In fact, we were talking with Ron Jones last week. We were talking about who's the guy that lives in Seattle that you know?
I don't know. I know plenty.
The rapper.
Macklemore.
Yeah.
I mean, I know of him.
And you did one of their songs.
I did.
Macklemore and
Can't
Ryan
Hold
Lewis.
Us. Mm-hmm.
And you,
Swung that too.
Aubrey Logan on martiniinthemorning.com.
Return of the Mac. Get 'em what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. What the ceiling can't hold us.
martinyinthemorning.com. I first time I saw you do that song, I thought, how does she do that? I mean,
Thank you.
You wore out a band.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes. But you know what?
The drummer lost 25 pounds that night.
He might have.
Yeah, 25 pounds. Aubrey Logan on martinyinthemorning.com. Upstairs at Vitello's, the E Spot Lounge.
On Thursday.
On Thursday, 8 o'clock. Tickets available now at 818.
818. Oh my goodness
you
gracious.
go to the E Spot Lounge website.
Yeah, you can go to the E Spot Lounge website and book a seat. You can look at it just like you're booking at ArcLight Theater, or you can call 818-769-0905.
Aubrey Logan with guest. Does playing the vibraphone, having to schlep it? Mother Miriam, the first thing she came to was because she played the cello in school, and she didn't like schlepping it. Like I played the trumpet wasn't bad, but when I started playing French horn.
Oh, wah wah.
Yeah.
Are you talking about schlepping a French horn to me right now?
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
And you're schlepping a vibraphone.
Ambulance. Somebody
Yeah,
call
I
the
was like,
ambulance.
okay, yeah, the French horn.
Wah, wah. That's why you brought it up, though, right?
What?
About schlepping.
Yes.
You had to schlepp a cello.
I did cello. I was
So-
in the Philadelphia Junior Orchestra.
Does that? Is it hard?
No,
Schlepping?
Yes, it's hard.
It's well,
Pain in the neck.
when I first moved to New York City, I tried to move it around on the subway.
That must have been
That
interesting.
was, I mean, in the absolute best of conditions, it was. Talk about losing 25 pounds. Yeah. But then I thought to myself, well, in the middle of the winter when the snow's up to my waist and I have to wear a tuxedo to a gig, am I going to be able to do this?
So you
I
moved
just
to LA.
So I moved to LA. Right. Exactly, and I haven't worn a tuxedo since.
Yeah, LA is not a tuxedo.
It's not a tuxedo land.
Not really.
Not really.
I wore a tux to our 9th anniversary party, and I was a fish out of water because it was a Catalina Jazz Club, and there were people in jeans or people in jackets. I mean, you don't know what to wear in LA. Does being a vibraphonist limit you in terms of the gigs that you can get?
It does in terms of being a sideman, but
But he's not a sideman.
I'm not a sideman. I never really have. I do sideman work, but I've always had like my own idea about what I want to do as a
He's
band
an
leader
artist.
and composer and stuff like that. And so it limits me in the sense that I'm not going out on the road with major pop acts all the time, but it kind of expands me in the sense that because of that, and I want to remain active, I'm forced to find other artistic venues for myself.
You said you and Aubrey have been planning your show, and in the middle of it, you said you have another show coming up, and you asked Aubrey to play. I mean, this music community is very small.
It is.
It is. How do you come up with the idea? How do you keep coming up with ideas? I mean, it's not every show, not every, like you said, you're not going out on the road with Sting. So how does a vibraphonist keep busy? Enough that you think, oh, Aubrey, I've got a show coming up. Why don't you come over and sing and bring your trombone? And how do you keep busy?
It's a couple different things. First of all, I find the vibraphone to be very limiting on its own. So I'm always thinking in terms of orchestration to build around it so that I can get more out of the music. And then the other thing is that I very often I used to book my bands way in advance of the gig. But now I go out all the time to hear people play, and I just kind of wait for the inspiration to come where, like, all of a sudden I hear a drummer that I haven't heard in 6 months, and I think, oh, yeah, I got a gig coming up in 2 weeks. I want to use that person. And so Aubrey and I, we've known each other for years.
Yeah.
We cross paths occasionally, but
Like 3 years.
yeah. But
Yeah.
now it's now she's sitting right here, and I'm thinking, oh my God, she's amazing. She would sound great with Danny Janklow, who's playing sax on this one particular gig, and it just came to me that would be a good combination,
You use social media more than anybody. While Nick was talking, Aubrey was checking,
Making posts.
and she was posting on Facebook. Mother Miriam gets mad at me. Yesterday, I got Karen texted me. We were at the grocery store. I can't drive right now, so Mother Miriam, her nickname is Uber. If she pulled up her bangs right on her forehead, No.
What was that again?
You know, this is what he does. This is what he does, which can be really annoying.
We're Ralph's.
Yes.
We're at Ralph's.
Yeah.
She gives me a ride to Ralph's, and my wife texts, and she said, "Can't that wait? Finish your but social media.
The timing is everything.
It's very important.
Can you finish a sentence?
That's my point. That she finished it for me
But you didn't finish the sentence. What does this have to do with being at Ralph's and your wife texting you?
because timing is everything.
Right.
And you said, "Does this have to be done now?"
And
I
you
said,
said,
"Yes."
So how come when I text you, I don't get an answer?
Like I said,
And
timing
his
is
answer
everything.
was, I said to him the other day, listen, I sent you a text. It was really important, but you didn't answer me. I know, I didn't feel like it.
Funny.
I mean, is that the ultimate
is it-
of disgust?
Importance is in the
That's right.
An artist
There's
that we
no
know,
respect.
An artist that we know said that he talked to a label, and they said unless you have X number of views on YouTube or unless you have a certain number of followers on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, don't call us.
That's right.
Do you find social media helpful? Because I've seen more posts about your show at Vitello's than I've seen in a long time, and you're very good at that.
Thank you.
And your
I
people
also
are.
have helpers, but because I'm not a big fan of. Actually, I don't know if I find it helpful as much as I find it necessary.
Yeah.
But I do. But there are elements of social media that I like. I really think that social media and the music industry in general, with technology now, I think the music industry is the Wild West nowadays.
Yeah.
And there are pros and cons to that. It sort of shifts the paradigm for record labels. Maybe they don't know what to do. Maybe artists don't quite know what to do. But I think as long as everybody's doing, then we have all these outlets to be creative. We have a way. You asked, how do you keep busy, or how do you keep ideas? The question really is how do you don't? How do you not?
Yeah.
There is so much to do, and there's so many ideas that I have to find ways to chill. I have to find ways to tell myself to stop.
Does your heart
And
tell you
to
that?
and to say, you know what, I don't have time to change the da or I don't have the health right now to do that. I need to make my immune system kind of stronger and just take a nap. So I'm enjoying it.
You and Nick just now when you were talking, and Nick said, "Hey, I've got a show coming up in 2 weeks." You just said, "I'll be there. Just tell me."
Well,
when.
no,
Tell me when."
I said, tell me when, and if I'm in town, I'll be there.
Right.
Okay.
There was a caveat.
Aubrey Logan on MartiniInTheMorning.com. We did a show about a year and a half ago. Aubrey came and brought down the house upstairs
Thank you.
at Vitello's, and this is a song that we get so many requests for. I don't know you. Maybe you've done a video of this. Maybe there's a YouTube version, but
What is it?
This song.
New York.
Oh.
Let's hear it for New York, New York, New York.
MartiniInTheMorning.com.
James.
Aubrey Logan. Aubrey. See that. We should can what happens during the songs.
What we talk about while
Yeah,
the songs are
because,
playing.
while the song was playing, we were talking to Aubrey and Nick about their inspiration, of what inspires you. And you listen to comedians.
I listen to comedians, and I listen to Bach, and I listen to country music.
Nick,
Bach is one of my favorite comedians of all time. I just think his work is brilliant.
Yeah, he makes me laugh.
Bob
His
Bach.
timing
Bob
is
Bog.
just.
Oh, it's amazing.
Mother Miriam, what
Motoric.
inspires you?
What is that?
Besides me, what inspires you?
Well, you, of course, you inspire me every day. To
I
do
forgot.
what?
To kill me. Aubrey Logan with Nick Mancini upstairs at the Eastmont Lounge at Vitello's on Thursday,
Thursday the 19th.
8 o'clock.
Yep.
Tickets on sale now on the Vitello's website.
It was sold out last time. Super fun.
We had a fun time last time we saw you there. It is unusual to see a woman whip out a trombone in the middle of a show.
I wasn't sure where that was going.
Good
Lord.
Yeah. Whip it out, yes. She places it gently on the stage.
No, she doesn't. She whips it out.
I'm just gonna let everyone tell it.
Yesterday she ran across the room to in the first 4 bars of her solo break. She all of a sudden realized she didn't have her trombone in her hand.
Yeah, it was across the room.
That's unusual. Why the trombone?
When I was in 7th grade, I had stopped doing musical theater for a time because I wanted to be with my friends at school. And so I was already a singer, and I did a lot of musical theater child roles at the time. And I was in the Smart Kids class, and all of the Smart Kids were in band. And the Smart Kids were my friends, and the other kids were kind of not my friends. And I was a nerd. And but the band kids had a different lunch hour than me. And so I was crying, prepubescent teenager, and I was sad, and my mom said, "Why are you sad?" And I said, "I don't know." She said, "Why are you sad?" And I said, "Because I don't have lunch with my friends." "Why don't you have lunch with your friends?" "Because they're in band, and that's how the schedule works." The solution was join band. So I didn't play an instrument, and I didn't, but I could read music. And so I had half the battle won. My mom looked at her colleague, the band director, because she was the choir director, which was why I wasn't in choir. And she said, "Can my daughter please join band?" He said, "Sure." "What instrument does she play?" My mom said she doesn't. The band director said, "Well,
That could be a problem.
that could be a problem. They all start in the 4th grade, and she's in the 7th." And my mom said she can do it. So I learned a year's worth of trombone in a week. I became addicted. I liked James Brown. I liked anything funky. I heard trombones in funky music. Therefore, I picked the trombone, and that's the story.
You and you went to a very influential music school.
I did.
And I bring that up because we often hear from the former dean of students, I think.
Okay.
And they say you were a very good student. at
Thank you.
Berkeley.
That's very nice of
In
them. I went to
Boston?
Berklee College of Music in Boston, yes.
Was the trombone something that helped you there, or
I chose to major in trombone performance because I needed a butt kicking. So I did that. Yes.
Was it a butt
It was.
kicking?
It was for me.
A sack
yeah.
butt kicking?
A sack.
That's a major
That
music
was
nerd
what,
joke.
if anybody gets that joke, props to you. Yeah, I needed a sack butt kicking
Sack butt is a primitive form of the trombone.
of the trombone. That's what it used to be called.
Yeah.
Sack butt?
Sack butt, yeah.
Aubrey
The Germans
Logan
know.
and her sack butt Thursday night upstairs.
That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
The E Spot Lounge. I don't even know.
818.
818-769-0905.
Starts at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock sharp.
Be there, be square.
That's right.
You never know what's going to happen at Aubrey's. Seriously.
Yeah, you never know.
Tap dancer. Who knew?
Well, look her up and you're going to want to come.
Really?
Yeah. Melinda Sullivan, ladies and gentlemen.
You, if you were to do an album,
Which may or may not be released in the spring.
I'll bet that a lot of it will be original because
It
you
will
like
be.
to write as well as you like to perform.
Yes, I'm a writer. Mm-hmm.
What's your of all the songs you've written?
Is this a trick question?
Hopefully, it's a song that we have because we're about to close with an original.
I'm just going to let you surprise me.
Aubrey Logan song. You've surprised us every time you come in because you brought original, very introspective songs.
Yeah, I'm a deep thinker.
Is that good or bad?
Well, most people just don't think I am.
They don't.
So I don't know if it's good or bad, but I do think a lot.
Let's see. What
She's
what
thinking
is-
right now.
I'm trying to think which ones are original.
I don't want to tell nobody that I miss you. Do you have that one?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and do that one.
Why don't we do that?
Let's
And
do
then
that.
we'll surprise Aubrey with a song that she wrote and that she brought us. Will you perform this Thursday?
Yeah, I will.
You said it's Ballad City. Is this a ballad?
Yes.
Aubrey Logan on martiniinthemorning.com.
That I miss you.
martiniinthemorning.com. She's a writer, she's a singer, and she's a talker. Now they're talking CrossFit.
Oh boy.
Nick
Here we
and
go.
Aubrey, we're on. Yes, we're on the air. This is
Okay.
very
Is
unorthodox.
that what's happening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nick is
On the air.
Nick is looking like, what is this? I walked into-
It's okay. I love coming to Martini in the morning because I'm surprised every time I'm here.
But I don't have a martini.
Oh,
yeah,
snap.
we have all the fixins.
I see the fixins. Yeah.
But
I'm not
that-
sure that I'm ready for a martini at 10 a.m.
Are
But
you ready for CrossFit?
I'm probably more ready
Side
for a
talks.
martini than I am
Probably
CrossFit.
martini.
It's martiniinthemorning.com. Thursday night upstairs, the East Spot Lounge at Patello's on Tujunga in Studio City, California. Aubrey Logan and dancing people and
You never know what you're gonna get.
contortionists.
No contortionists.
No contortionists.
Bears on
We'll
beach
keep it-
balls.
we'll keep it- Yeah, we'll keep it kosher there. Fantastic food, though. Have you guys eaten there?
The food is
Oh, my
is
goodness.
wonderful. As you know, Aubrey, we do the live broadcast every Wednesday, and we love the food at Patello's.
Yeah.
And
What do you like to eat there?
Bread.
The garlic
Okay.
bread
They're
is
meatballs, though.
the garlic bread is to die for.
They're meatballs.
Is it?
Have you eaten there? No?
I have eaten there.
And the garlic bread is the best. If they run out of garlic bread, leave.
Okay.
Unless Aubrey Logan's playing upstairs at
Right.
the East Spot Lounge. It's martiniinthemorning.com. Aubrey Logan with Nick Mancini and his vibraphones schlepping upstairs.
Are you related to the Mancinis?
Oh, good question.
John, the cop from upstate New York.
No, not him.
Ah.
No, he's already too famous. Are you related to Henry?
I am not related
You're
to
not?
him. No, I'm
Do
not.
we really know that? We have somebody that can do your tree.
Really?
Oh, my goodness.
We
Do
can
I need
find
to
out, maybe.
spit into something, or
We need a little DNA.
Mother
Spit
Mary
into something.
spits.
is that why you've been pulling hair out of my head all the time?
Yeah, well, I didn't really tell you.
It's martiniinthemorning.com. Thursday night upstairs at the East Spot Lounge. Aubrey Logan, always a special show.
Thank you.
Very different show.
Thank you.
Every time we see Aubrey, I mean, and Aubrey has the attention span of a gnat, and gets
Who's talking?
Actually,
Yes, I do.
gnats don't do that many different things.
Oh,
So
man. You got me.
and Aubrey. So Aubrey has to change it up. So if you've seen Aubrey, chances are this will be a very different show. Very
Oh,
different
man.
show.
Thank you, Brad.
At Patello's in Studio City, California, with Nick Mancini playing the vibes. Where else can we see you play? By the way,
let's see. I will be. There's a place out in. Well, it's pretty far out, Westlake Village.
I used to live in Woodland Hills. That's not far at all.
Okay.
Which one? Which place? I know. Right?
Bogies.
Oh yeah, at right next to the Westlake.
Isn't that where Frank Stallone had played that one room?
No,
It's on
no.
the same piece of property as Stonehouse.
Right, yeah.
And that's going to be on December 15th.
Okay.
And that's with my organ trio plus Danny Janklow on sax, and potentially
Oh, that's the
this
gig
chick
you're
who
talking
plays
about, Aubrey.
trombone that I know of. Yeah.
Oh, we
Somebody
gotta keep reminding
somebody
us about
here.
that.
Some girl.
Yeah, remind us. It's martiniinthemorning.com, 1016 in the West. Thank you, guys.